This period of time on Space Janitors.
The computer that we named Jeremy, I think he turned into a cat.
I took those skills that I learned in that toilet and I applied them to a new career as a space janitor.
Am I a supercomputer?
I'm sorry. I'm just upset I can't watch my wife get a raise.
Let's just put it to the side. What is time court?
Dude, you could probably just walk in, put a fedora on.
If I just keep saying big, I'll come up with something, right?
Jaybee will spray.
Ooh, they got wood placards here. Oh my god. Turned me invisible and I just followed your voices because I was scared, honestly.
You gotta roll Constitution save. Jaybee apparently.
For what?
I rolled a 13.
He's spraying. I don't know how you could trust an ooze that only eats metals.
Phantasmal locust just eating you alive.
I've been shit on, and I shit on everything as my stress relief. Okay, now I can't shit on stuff. I sprayed earlier and everyone got mad. Tuna fish cans everywhere, far as the eye can see. Dripping with oils and treats.
Well,
They're just gonna get chewed on by the fleas. It's a distraction every time.
I was picturing like memories of you in the outhouse fading away, like the first time I had a peanut, the first time I had corn,
Of course.
the second time I had a peanut.
Oh.
I mean, you are under arrest according to Key Scout code, but you are useful in a fight, so I will drop my full plus stuff. You attacked a whole group of random people. Technically, I cannot get dirty. So.
How does an ooze going into another ooze work? Can you?
That's
Kind of a personal question.
I'm just saying for carrying purposes.
Be touched and have a wholesome freaking goo love scene, and it just.
You saw her. She was totally ungrateful. She thought I was there for the wrong fucking reasons.
I know. I thought
She didn't give me a moment to speak.
Custody dispute or something. It was tense in there.
She went off on a hilarious rant about how, living in a toilet's no career and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, she made some good points, honestly.
Whatever. I took those skills. I took those skills that I learned in that toilet and I applied them to a new career as a space janitor, right? And within my first year of employment as a space janitor, I became a time janitor. All right. So I've already stepped my game up 2 fucking times. If she doesn't, she has
Neither
no
of
fucking.
those things are real jobs, and we were horrible janitors.
You know what? No. You know how much shit I picked up on that ship? I mean, it mostly was coming from Jaybee.
He was a great janitor, though. The rest of us, I just made messes, and you.
I was the only one who worked aside from that goblin.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. You drop more hair than me.
I admit that I
I've
stopped
never washed
working.
anything in my life, honestly. I would just pick up dishes and bake circle patterns on them.
Yeah.
Like, see?
Wait for the picture to get taken, put it down, and let somebody else do it.
All the windows, all the tables, just the same S mark on them. One
Just writing
S.
cursive L's. Looking around. I think this is how you clean.
You know, that's my thing. Is there some way that you can preserve my memory of Julia? Like, I erase her. Do whatever you need to do, but like, I don't want to forget my.
I said it's all right. So it's kind of difficult because we could. Sorry, the voice of this guy is going all over the fucking place.
Prime
It's a
timeline.
prime accent.
Yeah, it's a prime accent.
That's a
They go.
prime accent.
They do all the accents.
They do all the accents.
It just keeps switching.
It's difficult to know whether or not you will actually.
That's an awesome character. I'm too good for simply one accent.
We have many accents. The prom tour one.
I said you might not remember her. I don't know that you will or not.
Okay. All right.
I honestly,
Well, she might not.
it depends on how the erasure happens.
Honestly, it's a win-win because
So-
if I do forget her, I don't remember that I forgot her, so it doesn't fucking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she might not.
But if we erased her from the
tried
timeline,
that
then
before.
wouldn't she have never saved us?
What are you talking about?
Oh, I guess no.
That was a different party, bro.
I'm getting memories from a different person.
Is the trial to destroy her or not, or just how to destroy
The
her?
trial is whether or not she's guilty enough to remove her timeline.
Okay, so we could present compelling evidence so she's not removed from every timeline. She could just stick in one.
Why are you? I don't know if
curious.
you're on the. I don't know if you're on the witness list or not.
So we're
honestly, I was on my way back here, so I figured I'd bring you guys.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let me know when she's erased or whatever. I don't give a shit.
Okay, and so after
Why did we come here?
after this, he starts like he
I
kind
thought
of
we were going
walks
to be
off.
lawyers and shit.
That's what
I
I
thought we were going to be
thought.
time lawyers. I thought I was going to get another job pivot.
All right, you guys get closer. There's like entrances that go through the front of the building, where there's kind of a security checkpoint kind of thing. Now you've seen that all the other time Winnebagos all have a bob in them. So there are now 10 bobs, all in the same trench coat, Dick Tracy kind of look. They're all in a line, like slowly working their way through this
Various
security
shades of
checkpoint.
beige.
Yeah, various shades. Some of them are a lighter black, some of them are a darker black pudding, you
Some
know.
of them got like different fedoras on.
Yeah, some of them have like a slightly different color fedora, that sort of thing.
Look at this, looking around, all seeing all these duplicates. You know what I don't see duplicates of? Us three guys.
Yeah.
Fucking singular. You know what I mean?
Didn't have a single one. We're probably
I mean,
from the
honestly-
prime timeline.
Honestly, specifically you, like, you're probably the only version of you who looks like that. You know what I mean?
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
I'm just saying, like, how many versions of you got body swapped? You know what I mean? Probably not many. You might even be the only one.
You're probably the only one that let it happen.
I didn't let anything happen.
Well, that's a mean thing to say.
Fucking JB, he never says anything, and then he just comes out and he tries to hurt your fucking feelings.
It's a cat thing. They like to ambush. He doesn't mean it. He's just practicing.
Dick.
JB just walks off.
Fucking two butthole having. Anyway.
All right, you guys make it up to the checkpoint. There's like a half orc guy up there in kind of the same uniform that the Jeremy that brought you guys here. He's same kind of outfit. Jeremy has now walked off to another side, more or less like an employee entrance kind of thing. You guys get up to the checkpoint. Half orc standing there. State your name and your business.
Kimiko. Fucking just checking it out.
Kimiko, checking it out. I got Kimiko on here.
We're here for Julia.
Maybe, yeah.
Julia, well, she's the next trial.
Yeah, we're watching that one. We're all
Watch
personal
that. Did
friends
you?
of her.
All right. Do you have? Wait. How'd you get here then?
I'm Phil Glabagoolia.
Phil Glabagul.
Am
You
I
know,
on that
you're not
list?
on the list neither.
I'm just here to. Honestly, I just wanted to watch my ex-wife get erased.
Your ex-wife.
Yeah, Julia is my ex-wife. She still has my name even though we're divorced. It's pretty rude, you know.
Julia Black.
No,
Or Julia Puddin.
Julia Pudding. Her last name is Black Pudding.
No, her last name is Pudding.
Pudding.
Julia Pudding.
Wait a minute.
Married to Black Pudding.
Wait a minute. There's multiple. Are there multiple Julias here?
Well, I mean, we got the one that's. You know, I've no right really. It's not really mine to talk about the trial that's about to happen.
The captain called me Bob in the first episode, and I said, "Bob is the name of the pudding my wife ran off with. Do you think he knows?" And it just turned into a thing. I guess we're not on the list then. I don't know. I'm kind of confused.
Why did we come here?
Yeah, at least I can't at least
Who brought you here?
That Winnebago.
Yeah, we came in.
The Winnebago. Which Winnebago?
The cat guy from the prime timeline. He came with us.
Oh, Jeremy brought you.
Yeah, yeah.
Last
Oh.
name.
Jeremy?
You know what's last
Jeremy. Did he not
Name
say?
is Jeremy?
Yeah,
name? Jeremy
Wasn't that
what?
computer name, Jeremy?
Is it Jeremy?
Jeremy Blake. I think that's his last name.
Jeremy Blake. I'm JB. That's
He wasn't supposed to be bringing nobody with him,
That
though.
computer that we named Jeremy, I think he turned into a cat.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused.
Am I a supercomputer?
Did that supercomputer like fucking meld with you or some shit in the future?
Wait, you think that cat is JB?
I don't know. Same initials and they're both cats.
Look at him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not part of this conversation, but
know
I
you
gotta
can't-
say
Yeah,
that
then
really
maybe
sounds
stay out of it then.
pretty cattish.
It is cat. No, it's not.
Come on, Phil. You're just causing a scene.
I'm sorry. I'm just upset I can't watch my wife get erased.
Let's just pull to the side.
Can we
Let's
just
pull
give you
aside,
some
let's
money to
regroup.
get in there to watch it or something?
There's like
We
a
would never
million Bobs out here. You know what I mean? I can't watch anybody get erased.
Ooh, let's sneak inside one of the bobs. Yeah?
Inside?
Yeah, we'll scooch in. When he gets in, we'll just hop out, sit down.
I'll wait out here.
You know what?
There have now been 12 Bobs that have entered the courthouse.
They're basically just walking into the slaughterhouse. That's all they're doing. You know, I don't even know why they're going in there.
What is time court?
I thought it was more like it was, kind of like Night Court, but
I remember that show.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but I remember that
I bet that's what it's like in there. They're probably all best friends in there.
that night court. I had that one pulled up as my name.
show. Now I want to go in there.
Should we try and get in there? Like,
You
should
said
we
it's
just
like
do it?
Night Court, and I want to. I don't know.
You heard the music?
All right. You guys got magics and shit. Can we just try and let's get away from this guy?
yeah. No, I said let's pull this out.
Yeah, you already said that you guys had walked away.
So should I just cast darkness?
It's way overt. We need like invisibilities and whatnot. Or like a teleports. Like, can you teleport us?
I could turn us into oozes.
I'm already an ooze.
You could probably just walk in, put a fedora on. They'll think you're a Bob. You take it off when you.
That's actually not a bad idea. You know what? I don't like to anthropomorphize my form because I find it kind of like degrading. Like, I want to be a human. I want to walk with my limbs. Like, I'm not going to try and blend in like I'm something I'm not. But under these circumstances, yeah, I think I'll give it a shot.
Different type of camouflage.
So, are there any Bobs left?
There's no more out here, but there's like I said, you've seen a total of 13 Bobs go in. Mm-hmm. There's no more outside. Nobody else is outside now, outside this place.
Okay. I guess I'll search some of the vans. Maybe there's.
Okay. Give me an investigation.
I do have invisibility.
Well, no, you don't even. You can easily find in a couple of the vans. There's just like way too many of these outfits.
Nice.
Like different colors and different like it's way too many. Any color trench coat and fedora you can think of is in one of these somewhere. None of them are locked either.
Okay. Nice. I'm definitely gonna slip into Bob suit.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast a 4th level invisibility spell on all 3 of us because I do have invisibility.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, at least if I snap out of invisibility, I'll still be in disguise.
Okay. Everybody can roll so what are you doing then? You're invisible and
We're gonna sneak into time court. Okay. Is that what we're doing?
That's what we're doing. We're
roll stealth checks with advantage.
Nobody's talked to me. I just turned invisible all of a sudden.
Oh shit.
First roll. I didn't even
With
have to
advantage,
roll
you said?
twice for advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So I
horrible.
got a 30.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't even think you were invisible. You just walked right through like you owned the place, and it was great. You felt like you did the best job anybody could have done at this.
26. I got a 19.
I'm just feeling that night court vibe.
Yeah. What did Kimiko roll?
Oh, I got a 15.
15? Okay, yeah, you guys are all 3 able to get through. Phil was able to get through like super easy. Like I said, you didn't even know. You just slid right through.
I'm gonna look around.
It's a big marble building, like made out of marble slate. It's big. And if I just keep saying big, I'll come up with something, right?
How big was it?
But it's like a Greek,
Large.
is it like a Greek style?
Yeah, like a Greek style kind of building. You can see right inside the door, there's like a directory on it. It has different rooms listed on it. In that kind of the 90s board, the white letters and like the brown board that they used to have with the little slots.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can stick the letters in.
It's like that fake wood.
Yeah, it's like that really fake plastic wood that like,
They
isn't
fool it.
tricking anybody.
You walk
Yeah.
past that and be like, ooh, they got wood placards here. Oh my god.
It's kind of a directory. You can see that like on the top is the courtroom. It says courtroom, and there's an arrow pointing to one of the halls to the left. The second one below that says turns, and there's an arrow to the right. And then below that, there's inquiry, and it's got a room number on it, and kind of there's an arrow on it. There's an arrow that points a little less to the left. That doesn't work right in my brain.
Slightly to the left different.
Yeah, there we go. Slightly to the left different. It's the only 3s on the directory.
Just under the directory, JB will spray.
Okay, roll for spray.
You want me to roll D?
You guys roll Constitution saves.
D6, D12, advantage, disadvantage.
You gotta roll Constitution save. Jaybee, apparently.
For what?
I rolled a 13.
He's spraying.
DC 13.
I rolled a nat 7, so hopefully.
Yeah, I got a 4. No, I got a 6.
I got an 11.
You guys are immediately
ready.
nauseous. You guys are immediately nauseous,
I don't
and you're
even know how that
poisoned
works.
for the next minute and a half.
Like you just got you sprayed into me. Now
You
it's
guys are all
inside my
invisible
goo.
too.
Your spray is in my goo.
Still, I can smell it inside you.
What do you guys smell? I didn't do anything.
You sprayed all over the place.
I did not spray.
Oh,
I'm
that counts as an
standing
attack too. So JB's not invisible
that's-
anymore.
here. Well, actually, nobody would be invisible because it was concentrated on all three of us.
Well, but their invisibility,
It doesn't break.
you don't
your
lose concentration, but you just lose invisibility because you attacked or cast a spell.
Yeah.
Taking a wee counts as...
You attacked that board maliciously.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I recast invisible. Oh, do I have to recast it on everybody, or can I do
Well,
this myself?
You would have to.
You
do
would, but don't cast it on me. I'm fine. I'm incognitus.
I mean, I guess we're invisible. I didn't want to come in here. Honestly. You guys just turned me invisible, and I just followed your voices because I was scared, honestly.
Just go with it, man. Everything's gonna be fine. We're time janitors now.
Yeah, we're just cleaning up a mess.
Yeah, exactly.
After I made a huge mess. I'm gonna turn invisible again. I'll do both of us.
And I'm invisible again.
All right.
You like
You know,
flashed visible.
can we like write up a little like spell consent form kind of a thing? Because I mean, appreciate it, but appreciate you.
You're welcome to the invisibility.
But
Are you on the rag? Like, what's the deal?
I just feel like turning someone invisible without a heads up is a little.
Oh,
It's jarring.
I'm
You know what?
sorry.
You guys know what's jarring? Two invisible guys having an argument in the middle of a courthouse.
You're right.
You look back and the guard is just kind of standing there staring at you. Did I let
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I was talking to myself because I'm frustrated and I can't seem to find Julia Globagulia's
Julia?
case, like where they're having her court case. I don't know where that is. I'm supposed to be there.
There's no Globagulia on the list.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Pudding. Julia Pudding.
All right, she's in the courtroom. Just take the hole on the left and go all the way to the end. You can't miss it.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
It should be like pudding or something. It's French.
You damn well know it's not French. You met him in the sewers.
My name is Blake Pudding.
I don't know how you could trust an ooze that only eats metals. You know what I mean? They dissolve metals. That's the stuff we don't eat. We could leave that stuff.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. Ooze talk is really boring.
It's kind of on prime with that Kitty Prime nonsense. You always talking.
Well, you know what?
You wish you could
Next
get
time
on-
you got a question about your foreskin, don't come to me, buddy.
Listen, one time I
Is
gave you
this
such-
normal? He asked me. I am a glob of ooze.
It's ridiculous now that I look back on it. But I figured you're male. He's got to have something. It's
I don't even
disgusting.
have eyes, and I can't unsee the foreskin.
What are you talking about?
Your kitty girls, they don't even lick their own butts. They can only feed 2 babies at one
Some-
time. They have
some
2
of-
nipples. What's up with that? That's fucked up. 2 nipples? Disgusting.
Let me tell you, JB, you wish you could get Kitty Power Prime.
Oh yeah, I wish I could have a mate that's limited to 2 children at once. That sounds amazing. I banged kitties back in the day that had 15, 16 nipples.
So the hallway is a very large hall. This hallway is like 40 feet across. It's like 100 feet tall. It's got a huge like vaulted ceiling. There's no doors on either side except about 150 feet down. There is like a single person door. It's open when you walk by. On the inside there's like a countertop there, and behind it Jeremy's standing there. You're welcome to just walk right by if you want. If not, you can go straight down. You can see that about another 100 to 150 feet down the hall, there's a huge, like, giant double door.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit right next to Jeremy and just try to figure him out.
Sit right next to him. So you went into that office room that you saw?
Like, how bad does JB smell? You know what I mean? Like, that's got to...
Oh, roll a d20.
14.
14. It's
Slightly worse than
manageable. It's kind of stringent. Kind of makes you go like, what the fuck is that every now and then, but
Kinda
not
like
so
a
bad that
basset.
it like melts your hairs, you know?
Kind of like a.
I mean, I smell like toasted coconut. But
Yeah.
I imagine you right now, like you smell kind of like a towel that's been used too much, but it's dry, so it doesn't smell that bad.
Yeah.
Until you get real close to it, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
I imagine
Until you like turn on the shower and then the moisture hits it.
Yeah.
I imagine Kimiko smells like toasted coconut, but then like that inner there's
like a hint of like back sweat.
it's like hot dog.
You know what I mean? Like that salty back sweat smell.
Yeah.
hot dog water.
Exactly. Yeah, I was gonna
Just
say
straight
just
hot dog water.
the hint of old hot dog.
JB's always looking.
I go through a loofah a day. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that back needs clearing up, buddy. It's looking a lot better.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as it looked angry before, like inflamed.
Oh,
Like a
yeah.
topping on it.
A blackhead's the size of a quarter on this guy. I can't even believe it.
I literally thought one of them was a bullet coming out, like there was a bullet, but it was a blackhead.
No, yeah, it was just there was a piece of pepperoni in there. Believe it or not.
It was tasty.
All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna go into Julia's.
Down to the end. Yeah. Okay. So you get down there. There's
That was the day we met. Is when they threw out the pepperoni that he dislodged. I found it in the garbage and followed the scent up to there.
didn't we play? Well,
We played a version of the first meet.
yeah.
A pseudo version of it.
Kind of. That wasn't the first time you guys met because you had gone down and looked for him to see him.
Yeah,
That was, if anything, that was the backstory of how you came to live with them.
I said the first time that I had met you, I mentioned that you had somehow managed to get into the apartment through the window and you couldn't find your way out, so you were like in a panic, bouncing all around the apartment, and you ended up on top of the refrigerator. And then I realized you could talk, and then I talked you down.
And then you guys probably gave me some sort of food, I'm imagining, or something.
Well, then you still lived in your box in the alley until the glow crystal adventure.
Oh, okay.
And that was the story of how you came to live with them.
Yeah, because you contributed $75 to rent.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And helped rip a huge hole in the wall.
Oh, well, we also put a wall there so they wouldn't get charged rent anymore, too.
Yeah. So I think I explained that as like by the end of that adventure, you remember about 1 week when you guys blacked out.
Yeah.
And you came to and there was no door on the wall, and there was a hole in the outside wall, and it even got Sal to stop doing glow crystal for a little bit. He didn't remember what happened at all.
I wouldn't remember this, right?
No, you would know. The adventure was like pre-Kimiko into Sal's body, so it wasn't.
Okay.
So it was what was it? It was between when you were moved in with Sal and when you became Kimiko, or when Sal became Kimiko.
And so we had to save Sal, even though he was a piece of shit, because he was going to become Kimiko one day.
Yeah, because he got kidnapped by the Orange Syndicate and was taken to the King Snake, where he was held captive, and then they went in there and they, rescued him after they almost had gotten.
If you just let him die, then I never would have gotten body swapped.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about that. I was just like, that's my buddy. You know what I mean? Like,
What?
We like you the way
In fairness, they forgot
I
that
don't.
they were even looking for you many times.
yeah, we were on we did a lot of drugs. Like, we were experimenting with these glow crystals. Part of me wonders actually if when Julia's erased,
Picture like
because
Sal's body gets some.
she
goosebumps.
took half of my stuff.
Glow crystals.
Yeah.
Why am I getting goosebumps?
yeah. Like suddenly I kind of itch.
I'm pretty sure Julia took my
I don't know
glow
what glow
crystals.
crystals are, but I kind of want to do something.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It sounds really appealing.
You have like a physical desire for it. Yeah. I understand it.
that's great.
I still feel it to this day. But one thing I was thinking is like, when Julie and I divorced, she actually took these crystals that I had. I didn't know what they were. I didn't remember, So like if she disappears, I'll get them back.
More glow crystals.
Yeah. And then it can get real weird.
That's where JB's second butthole came from. Is
You know what I
just
mean?
Looking up there for a stash. And
Nobody gets officially divorced and their ex-wife gets erased from history without a fucking party. You know what I mean?
Hey, man.
A fucking man.
That's why we're here, because this is just the first stretch in fucking Phil's fucking freedom tour.
All right. As you say that, you open the large door into the courtroom. So the first half of the room is like the marble block construction, right? But then beyond that, it almost looks like the walls transition to like a geode crystalline structure as it wraps towards the back. In the middle, along the back wall, there is a huge crystalline structure that stands probably 30 feet tall. You can see that there's like 3 kind of crystal growths stuck. There's the one in the center, the smaller one to the left, and then an even smaller one to the right.
That looks like a dick.
In the middle of all 3 of the structure of the crystalline structures, you can see faces in them. Directly below and in front of him. So it would be directly in front of you, which is kind of below the crystalline structure in front of you. There is a kind of like a light blue gelatinous cube. You can see that like on the inside of the gelatinous cube, there's like, I want to say that there's like a bandolier, you know, kind of like an ammo belt that's kind of just floating in kind of a circle. There's a bunch of weapons in this gelatinous cube. There's like swords and there's guns of many different like technology levels. You can see, I mean, you can't really even see through the gelatinous cube because there's so much stuff in it. Yeah, there's some muskets,
and rapiers.
There's laser guns. You can see other different kinds of equipment, maybe some armor here and there. And they're in that gelatinous cube is in the middle, kind of in front of a podium on either side of the aisle that you're now standing in, rows and rows of seats, which is like 90% full of different variations of Bob.
Right on. Yeah, I'll just I'll find the closest seat I can.
Okay. As you're doing this, you hear the crystal like starts to flash and glow, and you hear like a booming voice through the chamber.
And you have been found guilty of
What the fuck did I call it?
time. You are found.
I'm just picturing this being like, I'm sorry, I got totally baked before this.
Sorry. It just legalized marijuana inside this giant crystal. It's the best.
The court's really lax. Like, I don't know the timeline.
They got all the time in the world, you know?
He said that was like a little fancy laugh. In the wild.
I was like, how'd that come out there?
You have been found guilty of chronal disturbance of the greatest magnitude. Your timeline shall be strictly erased from all time, and you will stop existing as any known. Is
that what Jaybee just did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pop.
So all of court kind of stops and they all kind of turn to you.
Well, I'm invisible.
Well,
Talking doesn't change.
Sorry, they turn to Phil. Kimiko is also invisible.
I'm very sorry. This is embarrassing. It was flatulence. Just carry on.
I'm just gonna follow the smell of like my grandma's basement to find Jaybee, and I'm just gonna really keep a tabs on him. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just got him by the scruff of the neck.
I don't touch Jaybee, but yeah, I'm gonna be next to him.
They all turn to you and you say sorry, it's flatulence or whatever, and they all kind of just turn around. You hear a couple of them like, fucking Phil. You know, you can kind of hear like the whisper go through the bobs.
Yeah, they know.
Phil. You know, even though it's very easy to tell you were the only Phil in the room.
So you're not in disguise anymore?
I'm still in the Bob disguise.
Oh,
but
Yeah, but he's purple.
yeah.
And this is a bunch of Bobs who are all like pitch black.
I mean, they're all detectives.
Black is coal.
So the crystalline judge at the front, you know, calls her guilty. Jaybee pops. Everybody looks back towards the podium, and now what you can assume to be would be future Julia standing in the middle there, and a light turns on underneath her. You can start to hear like a bubbling. You can kind of you would recognize it as like Julia screaming as she's being more or less torn from the timeline.
Yeah, this wasn't as cool as I thought it was going to be.
You can see all of the Bobs around look a lot of them are like down. They're trying, like, you can almost tell that there's a weird tension throughout the room because Julia's now being ripped from the timeline.
I was texting. What did I miss?
God. I feel terrible. We should help her. She's safe.
All right. You know what? God damn it. I don't even know why I'm doing this, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to dash. I'm going to run over and I'm going to try and push her out of the light. And
Okay.
maybe even take her place if I have to.
Strength check.
I'm gonna cast haste on him.
Then invisibility drops.
Can I enter an emotional rage?
Yeah, I'd let you do it.
Thank you.
Like the light starts to come up and shine, and she starts to kind of bubble and scream.
I mean, she is the only other, 25 strength check.
Okay, so you run across. Are you still anthropomorphized, or are you?
The way I say it is I stand up and then I just slip out of the clothes
Okay.
and just go full fill.
Actually, I guess all three of you roll an initiative real quick.
I got a 16.
Ooh, I rolled a natty 20 on initiative, which doesn't even fucking matter. I got 23.
I got an 11.
Is there a source of the spell? Like the time ripping spell? Is it the judge? Is it? Do I see?
You can see that the crystalline creature, you could call it, in the front that is more or less the judge, is glowing like a bright purplish light.
I'm gonna just jump out and yell, "Space fleas!" And a bunch of like black creatures are gonna start swarming off of my body and just fly over there. And I'm gonna cast Insect Swarm. So it'll be a 20-foot radius. I want to like center it away from Julia and Phil.
Okay.
But I want to try and get them in like bailiffs or like other court shit, away from us.
Okay. You can see there's some cats a lot like Jeremy that are kind of around the base that have the same kind of outfits on that are kind of tending to it. They're tending to like some machinery. About 3 or 4 of them that are down around the base of the crystal.
Definitely, they're getting space fleas.
Okay.
It's even worse if you're a cat too.
Okay.
Yeah, insect blade kicks fucking ass.
There's
It's just horrifying too. These little like phantasmal locusts just eating you alive.
It's like it doesn't even have a body, but it's eating me.
Okay, what did it need to do? Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, Constitution DC 17.
Okay.
Like
Crystalline
where
being
mosquitoes
doesn't save. Cats all do save. They've all got like a natural immunity to fleas.
Well, let me introduce them to space fleas, because a little bit of these get on them. Well, they're taking half damage. They still got some fleas. See if these fuckers take.
So far, they haven't made any threatening move to us at all.
No.
Probably a little overtly hostile.
They were destroying a friend.
I don't know. This is kind of. They didn't though, because he just ran, right?
No, they were in the middle of destroying her. She was bubbling and oozing and screaming. We all got really quiet and sad. And then he was like, "This is terrible." And I was like, "We gotta act." And then he charged up there and got an emotional
All right,
rage.
how much? 26 damage, you said?
And I was like, I'm going to do the self-sacrifice move. And you're like, I'm going to murder innocent people
We're getting
Yeah.
both of you.
in court. Like, it's really hard to get away with murdering people in court.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Court. We'll get out. I gotta.
We're in time court. They have access to all of time and space. You're fucked. You're fucked, buddy.
We're all getting out of here.
No,
Like,
you screwed us.
I'm really not down with like just killing people.
Yeah.
We just
That's not.
haven't done anything to us. To be honest.
I know we went a little overboard when we were on the crystals and stuff, but those were gangsters. They were attempting to kill us. We did.
Well, I don't want.
He went even heavier than I did. I mean, I thought I was a god. All right, I did. I started.
I've been with you guys 24/7 for like the last 5 months. When did this happen?
The quantum leap. We didn't tell you about the quantum leap.
Oh, I gotta take a piss.
Oh my god. You know what? I don't think this is a good time to talk about the quantum leap. We'll discuss it later.
You know what? Honestly, it's the perfect time to talk about the quantum leap because we're kind of in this like
Weird time limbo.
Yeah, time
Nobody's
limbo
in
thing.
initiative right now.
yeah.
Okay, I don't know how time limbos work. I guess go ahead.
Well, we're in one. We got flashbacked into a time limbo situation. We got addicted to crystals. People did some stuff. And then we came
You
back after we
disemboweled a
did it.
man in the streets in broad daylight.
Well, people need to know not to fuck with us. I've been shit on, and I shit on everything as my stress relief. Okay, now I can't shit on stuff. I sprayed earlier and everyone got mad. Now it's time for Jaybee.
You
Your
really
little Kitty Scout badge. It was once just glowing so bright and pink. It just fizzles out
yeah.
because you can no longer be a Kitty Scout.
You've lost
The badge
your
just
way.
falls off.
You've gone like Sith. You know what I mean?
I mean, if it's for a good purpose,
No.
though, any means necessary.
No.
No, that's not the Kitty Scout code at all.
Well, we gotta get out of here then.
Any means necessary. When was that in the? You're supposed to protect
Keep saying
people.
this Kitty Scout stuff, but I'm a second-class citizen. You ship us off to a different planet.
What?
Yeah.
That's not even true. That's just
we
propaganda. That's what the government tells us.
Terrible there.
That's what the kitty government tells
That's why I
us.
escaped to live in the trash heaps of that planet. Beautiful. Tuna fish cans everywhere. Far as the eye can see. Dripping with oils and treats.
Well, if any of that's true, which it isn't,
Dream's still on the tip.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Oh shit! I thought we were going into a full-blown rescue.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean murder people.
Yeah,
I'm not
like
gonna
I said,
kill
I
them.
don't
They're just gonna
kill
get
people.
chewed on by the fleas. It's a distractionary technique.
All right.
Kimiko is next in the initiative order.
Oh my god, I don't even know what to do right now.
So Phil has just run up and pushed Julia out of the circle of light being more or less incinerated in, and he is now in this circle of light.
Bill is?
Yep.
God. See, right now, Kimiko's kind of torn between just having that. Do I save my best friend, or do I save these people who are being eaten alive by insects?
They're not being eaten alive. They're being distracted.
Distracted is all what's going on.
I'm literally watching them being eaten alive by insects.
How many of them?
So the cats at the bottom are like swatting at the fleas. They don't seem like they're doing too well, or too bad. The crystal structures are the ones that they have, for whatever reason, the light they're putting off, the bugs are just insanely attracted to.
Oh.
And you can see the faces in the crystals look very angry and agitated.
I really feel like I need to stop Jaybee.
Where are you? In the thick of it, we need to distract, extract, and disappear. We're cleaning up a mess. Nothing more.
I got an idea. I'm going to get out of my invisibility. Well, I'm going to obviously transform. In my Kitty Scout form.
Okay.
And I'm gonna trace out a little heart in the air, and I'm gonna shoot it at Jaybee. Roll a wisdom saving throw, my friend.
Oh, fumbled. Got a natural one. What are you casting?
Just hold monster on it.
Old monster.
You're now paralyzed.
Does it affect concentration?
Not unless it does damage.
Yeah.
But you can't move. That's a 5th level spell right there.
I need to get him to stop. And I'm gonna use my bonus action to give you temporary hit points, 8 temporary hit points, and you can use your reaction to move up to your move speed. And then I'm gonna run or just go move. I'm gonna move closer to Phil.
Okay. You can get kind of right up next to him, but you can't really get in the light that he's in. It's kind of very particularly over, because Julia is about the same size as him. So when he pushed her out of the way, he got into the light. And it's really, if you're close enough to it, you can kind of feel the heat coming out of it, and there's kind of a force to it. When you touch it or get too close, there's kind of a repelling force that you can feel coming from the inside of the light.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. The crystal monolith in front of you, the large crystal structure with the 3 faces, begins to you can hear like a reverberating scream through the hall.
You would dare defy time court?
And you can feel... You can feel the ground start to shake.
Damn it.
I've been in there like dissolving and like.
You can feel the ground start to shake. All of the bobs behind you, you can see they start to kind of like, some of them start to, and there'll be like a bright flash, and they start to disappear in the court behind you. Like I said, in a flash, one will disappear, and then another will disappear. The crystalline monolith is going to Jaybee being stuck where you are. You can feel the crystalline monolith is screaming at you, and you can feel kind of a pressure strike at the inside of your mind. Does a 14 hit? Yeah. Okay, then does a 26 hit? Okay, so you're able to kind of shrug one off, but the other, you can feel another one pushing into you, and you take 13 points of psychic damage. Okay, and then it is Phil's turn after that. Phil, you are right now in this blinding hot light. You can feel like memories. You don't have many of them, so it's really painful as you can kind of feel yourself being ripped from the timeline. Do a Constitution save for me.
I was picturing like memories of you in the outhouse fading away. Like the first time I had a peanut. The first time I had corn. The second time I had a peanut.
Oh. I got a 10.
All right, take 42 psychic damage as you can feel this thing like ripping into you, and then that's the beginning of your turn. So you still have your turn after.
Ow. Oh yeah, I was in a rage. I shouldn't have taken all that.
Do you have resistance to psychic damage?
I do when I'm in a rage. Oh no, I don't. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. I don't.
Oh, the bear totem. It's only
it's
psychic,
everything
huh?
but psychic.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm still raging, so I'm gonna try and get out.
Okay.
I don't know why I did this.
Strength check.
Oh my god.
What'd you get?
14.
14. Not enough to get out. You're pushing. You guys can see the way the cube is like straining against the sides of this light as it's boiling. You can start to hear. You can hear like a sizzling as it's trying to push and pull itself out, but he cannot pull himself out of the light. Next, it's the cats that are down around the monolith start to scatter away from the infestation, the bugs,
The fleas.
the fleas, and they move out away from it, and then they start to fire at Jaybee.
Oh,
What's your AC?
15.
15. Okay, so 2 of them hit. 2 of the 6 actually hit.
I'll pop up shield so they'll give me a 20 AC.
20. Okay, then none of them hit you. Well, 2 of them like were about to hit you, and you like instinctively pop. You instinctively raised your hand, and a bunch of fleas stepped in front of the laser blast for you.
Yeah, I almost picture you having like flea suicide bombers just getting in the way.
That's exactly it.
You don't cast a fireball like the little fleas. Just like bring in a little flea cannon, launch a catapult off your back.
Defense of the motherland!
Then it's JB's turn.
Like doing rudimentary
You are still
farming in your
held,
butthole.
so you're paralyzed.
And that's you don't get more saving throws on that. It's not at every turn.
The end of your turn, you get. At the end of your turn, you get to save for the paralyzed.
I can move my fleas and that's about it. If I just cast confusion, you gonna let me out of this? I could keep these insects and we could get everyone out of the room. I'll chase them out with it. It's not gonna kill someone in one bite. They gotta get out. It's like saying, "Hey, get away! Hey, get away!"
That's not
it's
a
saying,
hey,
"Get away from here."
That's not
Oh, it's
get away.
absolutely. They're all getting away. Look, none of them is dead. No one's dead.
I mean, you are under arrest according to Key Scout code, but you are useful in a fight, so I will drop my.
There we go.
I have to do it on my
Where do
turn.
I have consent, oh kitty overlord, to put this insect plague? Where do you want it?
What?
Yeah, you guys just figure this out while I
We're having kitty arguments.
from the timeline. By the way, this is excruciatingly painful.
I'm gonna run over there and get him out.
You're paralyzed, frozen solid, except for the mouth.
Can I hold my? Maybe 10 sex, isn't it?
Whoever designed that spell, suspect.
You're actually being restrained.
I don't think it was actually says it in the spell.
Neon-
It just
neon
for
parts, right.
flavor.
So let me see here, young master. You designed a spell that paralyzes a target, but not their mouth.
Ooh.
Guilty.
Yeah, I picture it like he's more just like being restrained by neon hearts, you know, just floating in a circle. That's how
Nice.
There we go. Yeah,
you know, something cool like that.
yeah. Something cool and sparkly, bro.
Something like badass.
Okay, well, that's the end of
You
my
gotta
turn.
roll another saving
Okay, you can
throw
roll
at
a
the end of
saving
your
throw now.
Oh, okay, at the end of the turn. Got a, what is it, wisdom? 16?
turn. You're unparalyzed.
That's the end of the turn.
Okay.
You just
Next is Kimiko's turn.
these little sparkly hearts going.
Yeah. So there's like sparkly heart chains wrapped around you, holding you there, and then finally at the end of your turn, your fleas have started to chew through enough of them that you break free.
I just see like fleas with like construction worker hats, like, all right, guys, let's get the equipment up in here. You know, they're just like,
I'm gonna have the fleas just kind of like floosh around the room and try to like scurry all those kitties away. Generally try to herd the kitties towards the door and get them out.
They were already running towards the door.
Yeah, I'm chasing them,
Business
nipping
suit.
at their heels. I got a whole batch of fleas.
Drawing
on them.
drafts.
That's end turn.
Kimiko,
My turn.
your turn.
You are so under arrest after this. God, is there anything we can do with Phil?
We can try to get him out of there. That's what we gotta do.
He is now held within the light. And you can see that Julia is kind of sitting. She's next to the circle, just kind of steaming. I guess I want to say that she's kind of like inflating and deflating, like she's like out of breath, like right there, but that doesn't really make sense for a cube.
She's undulating.
She looks like she's probably stunned from having been in a circle that was ripping her from the timeline.
Ooze is normal to me now,
Yeah.
so I'm not.
You're pretty good at recognizing the emotions of ooze now.
I'll high five an ooze. I don't compete.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
Any organization that's ripping people from timelines doesn't seem like good guys, even if they have cute names. They're ripping people from timelines. All the girl did was make some new existences. What's so bad about that?
You attacked a whole group of random people.
They got bit. They got bit by space fleas. There's a bunch of chihuahuas went out there and nipped at them. Look, they're getting herded towards the door.
I would like it to be pointed out that nothing has attacked you guys. It has only been attacking Jaybee.
Oh, okay.
Good.
So I'm going to, and it's like a barrier. It's like pushing me away.
Yeah, it's like, it's not really pushing. You can feel it's like more of like a resistance or like a repelling force. It's not like a solid like wall. You could try to either get in there or pull him out or something like that.
I want to try to smite the portal.
The portal that's like so on the ground where the light's coming from.
Yeah, or just like the time barrier thing.
Well, the
Okay.
light's coming
Putting him in.
from crystal, isn't it?
Kinda, yeah. You can see the crystal is glowing, kind of the same shade of light that is enveloping him. But you can see that the light is coming from crystal on the ground.
I just want to try to use the power of friendship and channel that through my crystal heart scepter.
Okay, yeah. Give me an attack then,
Okay.
with advantage for cool ass flavor.
Okay. Be a 25.
25. Okay, you with the power of friendship. Phil, you're straining against this. You're straining against this light. You can't get out of there. And you suddenly see, again, you don't have eyes, so you're not like physically seeing it, but I guess maybe even you are for the first time. You're actually seeing Kimiko, Sal Kimiko's hand reaching through the light.
Oh my god, you're
going
so
to
gross.
grab you. And he's
I almost don't want to take your hand.
he sticks his
It
hand
hurts
in,
so fucking much. Sorry.
Yeah.
and you have this opportunity. He gets his hand in there and you could grab it and pull yourself out. You would end up pulling yourself out and kind of enveloping him for a second, which would be weird, but you'd be out of this light.
Technically, I cannot get dirty. So.
It's like a weird Leidenfrost effect around you.
I'll take his hand.
You'll take his hand? Okay, so you take his hand and you're able to, with Kimiko's help and his whole turn, able to pull yourself out of the light. And finally you're out and you've got just kind of this sizzle. Your whole body's kind of steaming. You're still in a rage.
It wasn't my turn, right?
No, it's not your turn. It's Kimiko's turn. So you've got
God.
a bonus action or something, or a reaction.
I thought I was gonna die.
That was just my action?
That was your action, yes.
Okay. You know what? Yeah. I'm just going to call it good right there.
Okay. Next is the monolith's turn. It is going to...
I will point out too, Judge. Last turn I didn't damage anybody. I simply hurted.
So... around you, the ground starts to shake again. Crystal spears kind of shoot up out of the ground around you. And you can feel again that kind of... that
Time
force pushing in on your mind. As you can hear the monolith just wow, fucking... Just when I DM, I just can't roll for shit for you guys. So somehow your mind, you feel that spear kind of pushing into your mind again, and you just block it out hard.
Count how many times that happens, because it might be a case of 9 lives.
Might be. That was 3 right there.
I can just see like a flea government helicopter like landing on your head, and then like this old Russian lady flea getting out and just like countering it psychically. And then like dying there, and then just like putting her in a body bag and putting her back in the helicopter.
It's canon now that JB just has Russian space fleas.
No, I just like the idea that like there's an entire government of fleas just making sure that you live and
I do like that they're Russian.
Yeah.
just that old lady was Russian. Okay, there's many nationalities. Yeah.
All right, and then it is Phil's turn again.
just pictured like a fireball. There's just some drunk Russian flea just blood suka launching a fucking giant cannon on a battleship. Like,
There's like a little Zangief flea just fighting a little Ryu flea.
I guess I'm just gonna turn to Julia. I'm gonna say, get the fuck out of here. Run right now. Take a time, Winnebago, and get out of here.
Phil, is that
We're gonna have to extract this puppy. Let's go.
is that you, Phil?
Yeah, it's me.
Where are we?
We're in time court. You gotta get the fuck out of here.
Time court? That sounds like the dumbest, most convoluted shit somebody can come up with.
She knows what I'm talking about.
No, it's cool. It's cool here. It's so cool that we need to leave right fucking now.
Well, all right. Which way are we going?
Just, away from the giant crystal. The opposite direction.
Look, giant. Got it.
All right.
She starts to slowly slide. She starts to slowly undulate, like away towards the front door.
All right. Let's get out of here. I'm just taking off.
Okay. What's your speed?
It's 25.
Okay.
But I can dash as a bonus action.
Okay.
So I typically do.
So you can move 75 feet and around?
Yeah.
Double dash in your movement?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're able to get to the door and just out the door. Julia's speed right now is like 15. She's like barely moving.
How does an ooze going into another ooze work? Can you...
That's
Kind of a personal question.
I'm just saying for carrying purposes.
So I'm basically just gonna head to the edge of the door and be like, come on, like, hurry the fuck up. Can somebody throw a haste on her or something?
Next, it is the cat's turns. They're still firing at Jaybee.
Just needs a shot of that juice.
Your AC is 15.
I gotta
Depending on how well you roll, though, I got a flea shield coming up.
2 hits.
I'll flea shield.
Flea shield.
So 20 AC.
Okay, so no hits.
It's just a bunch of little Italian fleas making a brick wall.
Stupid.
You just once you leveled up the last time, you just went over this wall and because before you were just I'll just cast haste and hang out in the corner. Now you're
I'm going to attack the crystal monolith by myself in this courtroom.
all of a sudden you just cast insect plague at it. It's like, what is going on?
I didn't think it was going to be this big of a thing. I thought it was more of a distraction area. I heard people
we're getting out of here. It's working.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hurt it. I did at first, but then when you guys cranked my behavior, I realized the error of my ways, so I'm singing a different tune now, so that wasn't my initial intent anymore. I got a different story. JBS criminal psychology.
Turn. Now it's JB's turn then.
Okay, I'm going to drop my insect plagues. I'm going to shoot the fleas on the kitties and just have a bunch lay on the kitties.
They just start falling out of the sky. You lose your concentration, and without your mental aptitude keeping them alive, they all just start falling dead out of the sky.
But I still have my initial space fleas upon my
You still have your own, yeah. But just the ones that you sent away from yourself.
I'm going to spend a sorcery point, 3 sorcery points, twin, haste.
Their economy thrives on war.
It really
Yeah.
does.
You can't. Well, I mean, they all follow the spells because how else are you supposed to win citizenship?
Exactly.
You know.
It's all in spells, hearts and
Yeah.
minds.
Like there's. It's really hard to get into the city inside the second butthole.
There's a lot of traffic in the daytime, but at nighttime it's shots.
Well, you got to have the right paperwork, and you have to have spent time in the
Because
military.
there's the poopy butthole and then there's the sprayy butthole. Yeah. You actually want to be at the poopy butthole.
I'm going to use an action, spend 3 sorcery points, cast a spell on Phil and Julia,
Okay.
haste,
Okay.
and then I'm going to use my kitty action, use my bonus to do double movement,
Okay.
and I'm going to do 80 feet and just get out the door, get waiting at the door where Phil is,
Okay.
and I guess hold it open.
So you would be able to make it out just past where Phil is.
Okay.
Phil is about 10 feet outside the courtroom door. You are now 5 feet past that.
Okay, yeah, I'll hold the door.
Okay.
That's what friends do.
You totally fucked this whole thing up.
We're getting out. We needed a distraction. That thing was ripping it from timelines. That's wrong. Any way you look at it, that's fucked up. That's like Hitler shit. You're making people not exist ever. That's fucked. She's a nice lady.
Kimiko, it's your turn. Both of them have now run out the courtroom.
I did what I did for friendship.
You're like, yeah, friendship. See ya.
I'm gonna just run after him, I guess.
What's your speed?
I got a 30 move speed.
30, and you can't do any weird double dashes like they can.
I can't.
You can take a
Okay.
dash action, though, right?
Yeah, so you make it just about to the door out of the courtroom. At the end of your turn, the crystal monolith is going to start to kind of sparkle and glow, and it's going to suddenly, it retracts into the ground where it's at, pops out of the wall 20 feet in front of Jaybee. Kind of grows out, kind of ruins the wall as it like grows up out of the wall, and you can see just the fury in its eyes.
Why would you...
First of all, those were non-lethal
What?
pleas.
have you done to the sanctity of my time court?
And then he's going to, on his turn,
Sounds like
where
he's
is it?
open to
Where is it?
debate.
Here we go. 2 crystals kind of come out of the wall and slam down at you. 14 bludgeoning damage to JB as these 2 crystals slam out of the wall at him. And then it's Phil's turn. Phil's and Julia's turn. All right, so it's Phil's and Julia's turn now.
Yeah, I'm gonna just keep running.
Okay. You doing your whole double dash and everything?
Yeah.
They're both hasty and pasty too.
Oh, you're both. Hey, okay. So actually, so you get all the way back to the entrance where you were.
I'm
That's
just
150 feet.
as I run by, I'm be like, "Hey, Jeremy."
Okay, so yeah, you get all the way down there. Is Julia hasted?
Yeah, I hasted
Okay.
both of them.
Okay, so that means she can do 30 feet in a round. No, goddamn brain, 50 feet in a round.
Mhm.
Yeah. So she is, by that point, she's just gotten outside the door, kind of right next to JB. You can kind of see, well, I guess you know cubes well enough that you can see that she's kind of pulling herself together as she's coming.
Yeah.
So she's coming faster and faster to get, kind of figuring out what's going on. She was obviously a little fucked up from being ripped from the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do a dash and a movement and do 80 feet.
Okay.
And then I'll stand.
Which gets you about halfway to... Actually, it gets you right about next to the door into the room where you saw Jeremy sitting behind the counter.
Okay.
What's our plan?
We're getting out of here.
So we're just getting to a time Winnebago?
Yeah, I'm way ahead of you guys. I'm headed.
Yeah,
to a
you're
time
at the
Winnebago.
entrance. That does remind me. Roll me a perception when you get to the entrance.
18.
18. So far, when you got to the entrance, you can't see the whole lot where all the Winnebagos were. But so far as you can tell right now, you can't see any Winnebagos down there.
Oh my God, they're all fucking gone. Well, I guess I'm gonna hide in the trees.
You're still just right at the entrance. I'm just saying, from where you're at, you don't see any.
Okay, there might be some.
I like how there's trees at Time Court. Just, I don't know.
You're like on
Who
an
does the
asteroid in the
landscaping?
middle of this weird.
What is the landscaping at Time Court?
You're on an asteroid, like in the middle of weird kind of. It's not really space around you. There's a lot of weird colors in the sky because you guys aren't really anywhere with time or space.
Yeah, it's kind of like the fortress we were just at.
Yeah, kind of like that fortress. Kind of. There's a lot of like colors moving through the air or through the sky, but nothing that really makes any sense even. What is it, Kimiko? It's your turn.
So I'm still in the courtroom though, right?
Yeah, you're just inside the doors. You can see from the door, Julia she's about 5 feet past you down the hall. Jaybee has run past the crystal monolith has like ripped itself out of the wall next to where Jaybee was. He took off around it and kept running. Phil is all the way down at the end of the hall. At the entrance already.
I'm thinking to myself, how did these 2 oozes beat me? Like, I need to take a spin class or something. This is absolutely ridiculous.
I think is he hasted too?
I can only haste 2 people at a time.
Okay, yeah, so you're not hasted.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep booking it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep booking it.
Okay, you run past the crystalline monolith and it doesn't take an attack of opportunity.
I kind of sided with him, honestly.
Yeah, no. Again, so far the only one it has attacked is GB.
Oh no, you used your tabaxi running thing, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
So that means you can't move, right?
You can't use it again until you've moved 0 feet per turn, but you can still move.
You can still
Mm-hmm.
move.
Yeah.
I was just hoping something bad would happen to you.
All right.
Nothing terrible.
I kind of like the way Julia makes you act, Phil. You've been kind of sadistic.
Everybody's gotten a little darker.
You make it down to right next to Jaybee, right in front of the door that Jeremy's still kind of sitting at a counter, kind of like confused looking, because this has all happened in the last like 20 seconds. He just heard like some banging and yelling and maybe some gunshots, and then you guys all come running out of the courtroom. And he's smart enough; he's not going to get involved.
Good man.
It is the crystal monolith's turn now, and he's going to try to psychic spear you again, Richard, or JB. So that's a 16 and a 20.
I'll do my
Nope, that's way more than that. Sorry, that's a 25 and a 21.
No point in doing shield, so I will take that damage.
Okay. 26 psychic damage as you're running away, and you can feel this pressure on your mind, and this time it's not letting go, and it pushes through, and you kind of like fall into a wall a little bit, but keep going. Then it's Phil's turn. Phil, at the entrance. There's about 10-15 feet, and then a bunch of steps to go down to where the Winnebagos were. At the moment, though, you don't see any Winnebagos anywhere.
Because I don't have eyes.
That you don't sense any Winnebagos down there. I forget that you don't have eyes way too often.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep going because I don't have eyes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I'm just going to try and remember where they were.
Okay. You go down there, and none of the Winnebagos are there.
Shit! Pretty much it.
I'd say that you could see one flying off in the distance, but you don't have eyes, so...
Okay, this is not
Phil
good.
even forgets he has eyes.
Phil, you're really fucked up this time. You're probably going to get erased from the timeline now. Oh, God. At least you won't remember.
JB, it's your turn.
I'm going to do my normal movement, take a dash, and then I'm also going to spend a key point to do another dash, a step of the wind.
Okay, that would be 100 so what's your total movement?
40.
40.
So it'll be 120.
120, yeah. So you're able to make it out the door and about down to the bottom of the steps where you can see that there are no Winnebagos out here anymore.
We need a time traveling device!
Kimiko?
I'm just focused on getting out of here.
You just...
Yeah. I'm just trailing behind.
You make it another 60 feet down. Almost made it to the end now. Next turn, you'll be able to make it to the stairs.
Oh, man.
It's the crystal monolith's turn again. At the end of Kimiko's turn, he's going to use a legendary action again to kind of pull into the wall and then grow up out of the ground outside in front of Jaybee. And once again, gonna slam at you. Crystals grow out of the ground.
I'm starting to think we don't need to run. Like, we can just walk.
Yeah.
Neither of them hit, though.
Okay.
You're in full kitty panic mode. Right? Yeah. And so it grows up out of the ground in front of you, like 20 feet tall, and these crystals grow out next, and they slam down on the ground, and they miss you. You kind of like kitty cat, like jump out of the way, you know.
Scurry to the right real quick.
Yeah. And then it's Phil's turn again.
Oh, shit. We need a time machine. Oh, shit. I can only see within 60 feet of myself.
I guess Julia's sharing the same turn as you. So by this point, she's almost... Well, I guess no. I guess it wouldn't really matter because she's at the end of this turn. She's not quite where Kimiko is yet because she's moving pretty slow. Moving faster than she was, but still moving pretty slow.
I guess I'm just going to try and search for something.
Okay.
You know, some kind of time vehicle.
Roll me a intelligence check real quick.
Intelligence. That is not good. Although I am proficient in intelligence because I started out as a rogue. So. Natural 1. I got a 4. Thank you, dice roller.
Shit, I can't. Yeah, you can't really think of anything. You can't see anything. can't feel anything. I'm sorry with a natural 1. I can't.
I'm still a little discombobulated.
Yeah, you're still. There's a lot just happened, like emotionally, physically, mentally. A lot just happened in a short period of time.
I got to relive that time I found that peanut.
Yeah.
And that other peanut.
I'm still jarred emotionally from the loss of those peanuts. All right.
Like, you don't have the memory of the peanuts, but you have a memory of losing the memory of the peanuts.
And yeah.
And you're like, what does a peanut taste like?
I don't even remember.
Jaybee, it's your turn now. You are now, halfway down the stairs. You can see that there are no Winnebagos out here. There's the crystalline monolith is in front of you, about 20 feet tall. You can see Phil in front, kind of behind the crystalline monolith. He's kind of skirting all over the place. Looks like he's looking for something.
Is Julia, is anyone after her? Is the thing after her?
Doesn't appear so right now.
Okay.
I just pictured the thing chasing her. It's like,
It's clobbering time.
how did the thing get here?
It's time, jail.
Well, since I'm in kind of a pickle here, and
And then the thing burst out of his chest.
These guys seem all right. They're gonna be slowed
It
first.
was the
turn.
alien thing all along.
Okay.
Casting invisibility on myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna run around and look for a time machine.
Okay, roll me an intelligence check.
So I rolled a 19.
Okay.
18.
Actually, so I'll still take it. In your panic, you're like, now you're invisible. Now you're slowed. So you're, what is it for one turn? You're
Just one turn, yeah. You're
one turn.
fatigued.
You're slow. You're fatigued because you dropped haste.
I like doing. I'm like, I don't know where. I'm looking for the thing. I'm like, and that's why I never found it.
Yeah, there you go. But in your panic, in your invisible panic, you can remember that when you were first entering the building, you had the courtroom. Courtroom was to the left, and to the right there was it was labeled returns. So it's possible that returns, returns would mean at a time traveling facility.
I'm gonna run over there, spend a key point to do a dash action so I can move 80 feet.
Okay. You run back into the building. You go to the right in your frenzied, hurried panic, and you go through the door that's down there. And in here, you can see there are a few cats still haven't reacted to any sort of thing because this hasn't been very long that this is going on. And there's a few cats in there. There's like a teleportation circle looking thing in the middle, and some control panels around that they're kind of playing with. Along with on the far side, there's like a big, like almost comedy looking date and time readout on the wall.
Oh, okay. So this is the only exit out. There's no time cars or anything like that. It's a stationary place.
That's what you could assume, and that's your action, your movement, all that. So, Kimiko, you saw Jaybee run out. A bunch of crystals fell at him. Then he disappeared, and now, that's pretty much it. You can see Phil back there. You've almost got to the entrance, so you can kind of through the entrance see Phil wandering around in the field. It's more of like a rock area where all of the Winnebagos were parked.
Well, I want to try to get to Phil.
Okay.
Is he way ahead of me? Can I not get there?
He's quite a ways.
Because where are we trying to go? I have to find the path, which will show us the shortest destination to any location that we know of, or that we need to get to. So, I don't know. It could help us in this situation. I just don't know what we really are looking for in particular.
Fucking time machine, like a vehicle.
Aren't they all just all over the place?
No, there's
They're all
no.
gone.
They're all gone out of the.
All the
out of the
Winnebagos are
lot.
gone. That's why I ran out here.
You guys saw all of the Bobs disappearing out of the courtroom.
So their fucking Winnebagos disappeared too.
I found a time machine inside though.
They wouldn't know that yet though. You disappeared. They might know it if you just ran in there, but you turned invisible and then ran in there. Like, I turned invisible and then figured it out.
I got blind sight.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you, but I don't know.
How far does that go out?
60 feet.
Let's see, from where you're at, I don't think you would have felt him, unfortunately. Sorry.
But yeah, I'm just gonna run closer to Phil.
Okay. Yeah, you can get down. You got your 60 feet again, so you're able to kind of get down towards the bottom of the stairs in front of this large building. And you can see Phil again. He's kind of out there looking around. He looks really kind of slow, actually, all of a sudden, because he just lost haste. So now he's like fatigued.
We got
He looks all gumpy.
to find a time machine.
And then it's your turn, Phil.
I think I just lose my turn, don't I?
I think. Well, actually, yeah, I think. You
Yeah.
do.
So
Like,
that's pretty
done.
much all I'm doing for my turn is saying we
Okay.
gotta find a time machine.
Julia has just enough movement to like get to the entrance really slowly and sluggishly because she's also fatigued from having haste dropped. And you can hear her from across the way, kind of, Phil, it's this way, Phil, it's this way. And then that's the end of her turn. Moving on to Jaybee again. Now in this room full of other cats who are all looking at you, kind of like startled cats.
I'm invisible.
Oh, yeah, okay. So they don't see you at all. The door opens and closes, and they're kind of like, what? Oh, okay.
Can
No
I do
alarms.
like my best crystal impression and just
God damn it, Dutch! You need to get into the courtroom
I
right
guess-
now.
Roll me a deception.
all right? I think this is gonna go well. 27.
27. God damn. Somehow, you use like a
25. I counted.
you almost use like a minor version of like thaumaturgy. Like you're so panicked, and you got the cat panic, and you got like cat panic pheromones going through, so it kind of puts them all on edge. And then you come in, and you're like, God damn it, you need to all get into the courtroom. And they all just immediately, without like thinking of it all as one, they all just run out of the room through a side door.
Nice. How far away is the front entrance from me?
About 60 feet.
I'm gonna run 20 feet out and then be like, the time machine's in here, get inside.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna run back to the time machine, which will use up all my movement with the 20 feet. I'll try to use my action to start figuring out what's up with the time machine.
Okay.
How it do.
You can start messing around with the controls. Roll me an intelligence, because that's what this group is known for.
Rolled an 18, got a 17.
17. Okay. You're able to figure out the controls are pretty easy, actually. They're, you kind of, as you mess around with them, you can see that the controls you're messing with change the time on the wall up there. And it's
Okay.
pretty easy to surmise that you set it to whatever time it needs to be, and then you get in the circle to go.
I'm gonna try and set it at the time in Brent's place
Okay.
on the ship to the best of my recollection when Rick said earlier.
Okay. Kimiko's turn.
Shit, how far away am I from where he said
You're about 100 feet away now.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, you need to work on your cardio so
I
moved 30 feet. Yeah, I'll
run back up. All right, you get about up to the entrance.
He just gets down the stairs and rolls his eyes and runs back up.
Alright, I'll skip spin this week.
Okay, you get back up to the entrance, and there's about 40 feet into the door that he yelled from. Let's see, it's the Crystal Monolith's turn.
Who's it going to attack since it can't see me?
It can't see you. It rips back, it pulls back into the ground, and then pops up on another spot further down in the asteroid, thinking that you went that direction.
Nice, stupid time crystal.
It rolled a natural
What an
1.
I wonder where that time crystal's off to.
Next is Phil's turn. You're
Pretty
not.
harmless so far.
Full double dash,
Yep.
and
Okay, so yeah, you're able to make it like all the way in there. You see Jaybee, you see the room, magic circle in the middle, timer on the top, and you see Jaybee messing with the controls.
all right, you're doing something. I can't read, but I hope it's good. Please do not kill us.
I got it to the time you want, unless you don't want that time.
I'll specify the time.
Yeah, the time in the place, right?
Right.
On the boat, so we can kill Brent
Yup.
on the ship. Not now.
At this time, Julia comes through the door as well, all full of weapons,
Yeah,
like she is.
Yeah, come on, come with us.
It is
Kimiko!
Jaybee's turn. You guys are.
How far
You're
away is
in there.
Kimiko from where we're at?
Kimiko's about 40 feet from the door now.
I'll do a move and a dash so I can move 80 feet.
Okay.
I'll run out there and... Permission to pick you up?
Absolutely not.
Can I drag your ass in? You're slow as shit. Come on. Get your ass moving. You want to drag in there? Grab onto my fucking tail. Shit.
Yeah, you do hover off
yeah.
the ground, so it'd almost be like skiing.
Right.
Then you would have to touch Jaybee, though.
Oh, immediately when you grasp onto the tail, like a couple of fleas pop off onto you and the grease is thick.
I picture they just immediately die in like my Kitty Scout rating. It's like,
I was imagining you grabbing his tail and the first it falling out. It's like, oh no, this tail.
yeah, that was held on with boogers. Like you did that intentionally.
So then when I get back, that's the end of my turn. So I use the move and a dash.
Okay, yeah, and then it's Kimiko's turn.
Hit the button, it's on the correct time.
Who set the time?
I did.
Do it. We gotta get out of here.
So, Richard, roll me an intelligence check.
Oh boy. When I rolled my first intelligence check, it was a 17. 4.
4.
Got a 4.
Roll me a d20. So the time you wanted to come back was into Brent's room at the exact, like, when he's, after you guys were launched onto the satellite.
Oh, 14.
14. Now roll me a percents.
77. Yeah.
Okay. You didn't get the time quite right. Okay. You're not the best with time. You set the time to what you think was the time that you guys could go back and fight Brent. What happened, you fall through this, it kind of feels like a weird falling. As you guys fall, you realize that Julia wasn't able to make it into the circle fast enough.
Oh.
She was on her way there. You pressed the button, and she did not make it into the circle with you. So you guys are falling kind of through nothingness, kind of falling throughout your consciousness. And then you fall back into your own perspective as you were suddenly pulled back into reality and the time as you realize that you are now inside the escape pods that are just now landing on the black satellite.
Oh shit.
That you had landed on before. Actually, I don't think Kimiko was there. I think it was Waylon that landed last time.
It was.
Yeah. So I guess Jaybee and Phil recognized this as the black satellite you were on that Endalagon escaped from.
Well, I don't think we got the time right. We're a little late.
Kimiko hit the button. She was supposed to double check. Can't trust Kitty Scout.
He's just mad because his fucking badge disintegrated for committing murder.
I didn't kill anyone! Nobody died!
You admitted to disemboweling somebody.
Okay, that was in an alternate timeline under the effects of drugs. And I didn't admit to it. He said I did it, which I don't admit to.
Any of those things alone would have gotten you
If
Kid
you
Scout
could get
bag
onto
revoked.
the internet right now, you could find videos of a cat that looks strangely like Jaybee disemboweling a goblin man in the middle of the sidewalk in broad daylight. So
It was a goblin. The video, I didn't find it offensive. The cat looked like me, sure, but different timeline. I'm not that cat.
like multiple videos from cell phones, different angles. There were a lot of people around when he did this.
No DNA evidence.
It was
though.
the
even
middle
said-
of the
like,
day.
My name's JB.
Yeah.
So everyone knows.
My name's Jaybee and I'm crazy.
If you having trouble, reach my home phone.
So where's Julia at?
It was just like,
Kimiko pressed the button too soon. That was another Kitty Scout error. Ooh, I'm glad I'm not in that. It's not adding up well for them. You know, they mistreat all their baby kitties, man.
I feel even worse than I did the first time we landed on this satellite. I felt so stupid the first time we landed on this satellite. And now I feel like we're irrevocably stupid. Like we couldn't possibly do anything correctly. That's how stupid we are.
I think we made the right move. I mean, she's out. She could be out. You know, she was right there at the timeline thing. And if Kimiko didn't, you know, hit it too soon out of self-preservation, I didn't hit the button. I'm not that guy. That wasn't me.
You hit the button when all your fucking parasites attacked all those guys in court.
You guys were in a space thing that was removing you from existence, and I put out some fleas to get everyone away from the controls and to distract them to make their concentration drop. I could have pulled it off anytime. I
That
was
one
in
guy, like
control.
half his face was gone.
No, he was a kitty guy.
Another guy, he lost all the fingers on one of his hands.
Boy, claws on his
I mean,
paw.
just you maimed a bunch of people. Do you know what I mean?
They'll heal. You were being removed from a timeline. I'm sorry, that just seems a little bit more worse to me.
You know, in a way, I kind of volunteered for that. You know what I mean?
One, I volunteered to get both of you out of there alive. Like, what they were doing was unjust. I ain't gonna stand for it.
Unjust like maiming.
Well, they were ripping you from a timeline. I think a little maiming is pretty light, considering they were ripping you from every single timeline you may have lived in. That's fucked up. That's like a deep-rooted hatred of an individual that saved our life.
So, where was Julia at this point in time? I guess that's the only way to find out where she's at or if she makes it back.
I don't.
I guess we gave her a shot.
You know what? I'm done listening to your ideas. All right, you fucked up. You put in the wrong date. All right, screwed us. Brent's getting away again. And where's our past selves? I'm so confused.
You guys, as far as you can tell, you have popped into the same spots that you were in at that time.
Are you telling me that we just quantum leaped again? This is your first quantum leap, all right?
I'm not even here, right?
No, you're here.
Oh, I'm
Yeah, you are here. You weren't here the first time, which is like the one difference, because Waylon came out of your escape pod the last time.
Wait a minute.
This time you are there.
Does that mean that we're actually in like an alternate timeline where instead of Waylon came in with us, then have we been like shifting timelines and that's why you guys have been switching places?
I've already said several times I have no idea what a timeline is. People keep talking to me about timelines. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know either. I just kind of like try to pretend, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, I know that time's all messed up. And
time's gone all retarded.
Mm-hmm.
I think we fixed the time thing by rescuing Julia. I'm sure of it.
As you say that, you can start to hear voices coming from down towards the crystal over in front of like one of the doors that you guys had gone through the first time you were here to go inside.
Let's go take a peek. Oh, did we get our spells and hit points back, or do we still have the same physical plaguements that we had from there? And do we have all our current spells and levels and shit?
Yeah, you got all that. You're still good that way.
And we're like reboosted and leveled up too, right?
Well, no, you're level, what, 12 now?
I'm pretty good on hit points.
I think we're level, somewhere.
I'm level 15.
12. Yeah.
I was just checking the body thing, because I was only like half hit points, so I figured, if I could angle a...
No. You still just squashed through time and space.
I'm a time squasher.
All right. You guys can start going to... It's kind of the same... It's actually exactly the same as it was last time. You've got the dead Andalagon, what you now know to be Andalagon bodies, kind of spread around. There's a group of 3 people up by the door trying to figure out how to get into the door. As you get closer, they're all very distracted. You can see that there is like a little gnome in like purple, like he's wearing like regal colors with a cape, and he's got a crown on. He's carrying this big fucking musket. All right. There's what looks to be like a Yuan-Ti standing there with scaly skin. He's got kind of his hands up. He's got like gerbils kind of popping in and out around of his clothes. And then there is also an orangutan monkey just kind of standing there staring at him.
Are you guys going to eat that monkey?
That thing looks like eating.
Space, please.
You guys weren't here last time.
Cobweb might actually join you guys if you start eating the monkey. I mean, it's like finally, someone with some sense.
See, it's almost 9. Do you guys want to...
That's probably a good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget to leave us that sweet, sweet, sweet paper bag under a park bench money.
Who the hell are these 2 scumbags?
Just stay out of it, pal. It's not your business, okay?
I ain't your pal, dickface.
And he's got a fascination with wet things. 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 My weapon, my claws allow me to mark an enemy and deal an additional 1d4. My weapon, my claws, my weapon, my claws, my weapon, my claws, weapon, deal an additional 1d4.
You know those cats with that shitty hair where it's just super dry and you touch it, it feels like it's about to break and it's all coarse and shit where you're like, ugh.
No. No.
Behind this door, I believe, is my ex-wife. This is like the shittiest fucking mission we've ever done. I'm literally like recruited by a guy who cuckolded me. And took my wife.
Yeah.
Rescue my wife.
Bitch.
Listen, I don't know what the hell's going on here. You can have your weird sex robot dungeon. Weird sex robot dungeon. We just need Julia. All right, we come for Julia.
I just looked over at Richard and I felt like that girl in the well from Sounds of the Lambs. It just really made me laugh.